So what we have here today is some exciting news about the SQT. This is the Leatherman Charged Titanium lookalike, essentially. The Dag Camping DL7, exactly the same thing except in name. So again, just a very quick overview. It's got a plier head pretty much like a Leatherman Arc, replaceable wire cutters. It does have this crimper at the bottom. It's got these titanium scales. And then when we open this up, again, it has your very good pair of scissors. It's got the knife. And then it does have this cutting hook, which I used on another tool on a clamshell packaging today. Works really good. The serrated blade. And then it does have the saw as well. On the inside, you've got the roller markings on the inside of the handle, double-sided 1/4-inch bit right there. We've got the diamond file. We've got the awl. We've got the double-sided micro driver. We've got the large flat screwdriver. We've got the can opener and the bottle cap lifter wire stripper. So all these tools right here on this Dag Camping DL7. This particular one is the SQT model, but again, the same thing. All right, so now the question I get asked all the time is, what can I use on my Leatherman, or can we switch and swap parts? So I wanted to go into this. Can you swap parts? Because again, this is $50. The Leatherman Charged Titanium is $200 essentially. So sometimes it might be a lot cheaper to get this to swap out parts. So guess what? I tore apart, because I had two of these, one of these, and so this is this tool in pieces. So we will go ahead and take a look at that. I've already taken out the saw, or the knife blade right here. Here's the saw blade. Here's the inner diamond file from this one right here. And then these are the pivots at the top and the bottom, these bolts right here where these tools go through. All right, so, and then I've tried to partially take apart my Leatherman Charge as well. And let's go ahead. This right here is the saw from the Leatherman Charge. Can it fit in here in the Dag Camping? Yes, it can. So you may have to get a spacer because it may be a little wobbly because it's a little loose, but it does fit as far as that goes. You don't have to drill anything out. Now, can this saw blade replace this one on the Leatherman Charge? Let's carefully bring this over because it's in a state of disarray. And no, it can't. The pivot hole is too small. So this one is too small to fit on the Leatherman, the Dag Camping, but the Leatherman can actually fit on the Dag Camping. Again, it might be a little sloppy. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the bottom tool. We've already talked about the top tool. This is the pivot joint for the bottom. Can this diamond file, can you squeeze that onto your charge? So this right here is the micro driver that I took out of the diamond, or the titanium Leatherman Charge. And this right here will not fit because the hole is too small. So on this one, it actually does not fit on the bottom tool. So it won't fit. So let's go ahead and check this out right here. So I forgot we need to do this. So I'm going to try to get this to go through this right here. And I'll go ahead and do that off camera, and I'll be right back. All right, before we go on, I wanted to mention a couple things about this. And one of them is that when we use the Dag Camping implements in your charge, if you'd ever want to, keep in mind there's two things you'll need to be aware of. First, you'd have to drill out this pivot hole right here, preferably with like a carbide tipped tile or ceramic bit. I've got several of those and they work great. Got some from Harbor Freight and some other places, and they seem to do a really good job. And then another thing is, especially if you'd want to use the scissors from the Dag Camping DL7, they're probably too thick to fit in here. So keep that in mind. That might be an issue. So even if you drill out the pivot right here, there might be some more considerations to think about for these long outside tools. Let's talk about how you get these tools apart. Well, the T10 works on the top and the bottom of the Leatherman Charge. It's a Security Torx bit. I've got a double-sided one of these at Security Torx that I use in my Byberry DL30 clones, and they work really good. Keep in mind there's thread locker. You may have to heat them up and really crank them to get them apart, and make sure you be careful and not ruin these right here, because it's very easy to strip them out as well. So that's something else to keep in mind. On your DL7, it actually uses a T10 at the top, and I believe it's a T9 Torx bit at the bottom. Not security, just a normal Torx bit. But again, I found a lot of times these Chinese-made ones even strip out a lot quicker, but they are definitely better than some Gerber. I just stripped out a Gerber Crucial last night, and it actually was awful. These are actually a lot better. So keep in mind, take some care with these when you're taking them apart, because you might get stuck with a ruined tool that you can't take apart. All right, so we're back, and I have actually fitted in the diamond file onto my Leatherman Charge. So it seems like perhaps it's the exact opposite on the bottom part of the handle. So you can actually fit in the implements in the bottom of your day camping DL7, your bit driver and all those, onto your Leatherman, but you do have a little bit of play in there. So again, if you would really want this to work right, I think some people have maybe put in copper rings or spacers or something, I'm not sure. But it probably won't be a perfect fit, but in a pinch, if you don't care about wobble, it probably could work. And then you can go ahead and close it up like so. But then again, it'll get in the way of your plier head like that. So keep that in mind. It's only designed, well, I guess it does close right there if you have it all the way to the side. So anyway, that's an option. Just wanted to let you guys know. It seems like at the top, Leatherman fits in the day of camping for the large implements. At the bottom, day of camping fits in the Leatherman, and that's pretty much how it is. So a little different, but again, this is the Leatherman, and it's just too small to fit on the day camping bolt right there. So that's unique. And these are the scissors, so they don't fit either, but the day camping implements do fit. All right, enough of that. Let's go ahead and talk about the handles. So one of the main things that got me really excited about all this is, could I use Leatherman Charge handles on the day camping? And yes, you can. So really, really cool. I've ordered a whole bunch of black handles off of Amazon. These are actually the Charge Plus handles right here instead of the titanium ones. And I plan again to do another video where I talk about putting those on the I'm calling this the Charge, the budget Charge. And then also with titanium, you can do some pretty crazy stuff. So that's a start of a project right here that I've been working on. We'll talk more about this later, but there's a whole bunch of options. So pretty excited about what you can do with this tool. I do think this may be the gadget modding budget multi-tool dream right here. And we'll go into a couple more reasons why when I've got mine all put together. So I'll see you next time.